Hi and welcome to the channel Cinema Revealed. This video I will explain full movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Sit back and enjoy. Rocket, a young raccoon, serves as a test subject for the High Evolutionary in order to develop a counter-Earth that is populated by animals who can be anthropomorphized. He forms friendships with three of the High Evolutionary's other test subjects, Lila, Teefs, and Flo. Rocket outperforms other animals in intelligence and skill when it identifies the flaw in the anthropomorphization process and enraged the High Evolutionary. After the High Evolutionary perfects the formula for anthropomorphizing, they later discover that they will not be a part of the new Earth. Rocket rages at the High Evolutionary, who kills Lila, Teefs, and Flo because he thinks someone is trying to escape. On a rebuilt Nowhere, years later, the Guardians of the Galaxy have established their headquarters. Adam Warlock, a superpowered being created in retaliation for his mother, Aisha, the Empress of the Sovereign, for previously stealing from her people, attacks them the night after they settle in. They are requested to carry Rocket to the High Developmental, who has become fixated on recovering his subject to disengage and recreating Rocket's keenness. Because Rocket has a kill switch implanted in him, the Guardians are unable to treat his serious injuries during the battle. The group resolve to go to the Augoscope, central command of the Great Developmental's organization Augocorp, with expectations of finding a superseed code. With the help of the Ravagers and a hesitant 2014 Gamora, the Gatekeepers penetrate Augosphere and recover Rocket's document. However, they are attacked by the guards of Augosphere and only manage to escape after Peter Quill remotely activates the suit jetpacks of the guards. They derive that Thiel, one of the Great Developmental's researchers, may have the superseed code put away in his memory, and choose to find him. Contrary to Gamora's advice, the team visits Counter-Earth, with Aisha and Adam following. Quill, Nebula, and Groot track Thiel to the High Evolutionary's ship with the assistance of a family of bat-like humans, while Drax and Mantis remain with Gamora and Rocket. Nebula is left behind as Quill and Groot board the ship of the High Evolutionary. Mantis reluctantly goes with Drax to the ship of the High Evolutionary. The ship launches with Quill and Groot on board and destroys Counter-Earth. Gamora stays with Rocket, but she is attacked by a High Evolutionary sent pig warrior who kills Gamora when the Warlock arrives to look for Rocket. Gamora overwhelms Adam and dispatches the Gatekeeper's boat. Before Gamora meets them, Quill and Groot successfully defeat the forces of the High Evolutionary and kill Thiel by jumping off with him and retrieving his memory. In the meantime, accepting Plume and Groot are still ready, Cloud, Mantis, and Drax load up the High Developmental's boat to protect them, and a debilitated Adam detects that his mom is in harm's way yet is past the point where it is possible to save her. On the Watchman's boat, Rocket level lines and has a brush with death, where he is met by Lila, Teefs and Flo, who let him know that his time has not yet proceeded. Plume effectively carries out the superseed code and restores him. On the ship of the High Evolutionary, Mantis, Nebula, and Drax come across a large number of incarcerated children before being captured and placed in a chamber with obelisks. The three obelisks escape the chamber before reuniting with the Guardians and defeating the High Evolutionary's army after Mantis convinces them to side with them. Kruglin and Cosmo show up in Nowhere, which Cosmo associates with the High Developmental's boat with the assistance of Cloud and Kruglin, through her powers of supernatural power permitting them to free the caught youngsters. Before being rescued by the Guardians, Rocket discovers a litter of baby raccoons and other test subject animals. However, while attempting to free the animals, he is attacked by an insane High Evolutionary. The High Transformator was left to die on his boat while the creatures are protected and board Nowhere alongside a large portion of the Gatekeepers. After Cosmo can't keep the boats intact for quite some time for him to load up, Plume scarcely evades, starting to freeze in space prior to being safeguarded by Adam. The Guardians settle on breaking up. Rocket receives the title of Captain of the Guardians from Quill prior to their departure for Earth. Together with the obelisks, Mantis sets out on a self-discovery journey. Nebula and Drax remain on Nowhere to raise the rescued children while Gamora reunites with the Ravagers. In a mid-credit scene, a fully grown Groot, Adam, Cosmo, Phyla-Vell, Kruglin, and Blurp are the new Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain Rocket is seen leading them as they prepare for a new mission. In a scene after the credits, Plume reconnects with his granddad. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel to get explanation videos on movies.